Namaskaram. In our last class we have seen some more examples from interface Python with MySQL. Next we will see some methods which are used to extract the records from the result set retrieved by the select query. First we will fetch all the records from the record set. Fetch all the records. Create the cursor object myCur equal to mycon.cursor. Then execute the select query myCur.execute select star from student. This statement will retrieve the record set from the table. Then we can extract the records from the record set. For that, use a variable name records equal to cursor object dot fetchall. The function fetchall fetches all the records from the record set and return the result in the form of tuples. Fetches all the records. We will see the content of the variable records. For r in records, print r. Run the program. All the records are displayed. Then if I give the select query as select star from student, where place equal to Pandalam, we will check the result. The records with place Pandalam only displayed. That is, the fetchall function will fetch from the record set returned by the select query. Here the query is to retrieve the records whose place is Pandalam. That is, the fetching is not from the table, it is from the record set. And if I give instead of star here roll and no comma name, see the result, it will display roll number and name only. Next function is to fetch one record at a time. For that, record equal to cursor object myCur dot fetch 1. Print record. Instead of roll number and name, here I am going to give star itself. Star, select star from student. Remove the where clause. Select star from student. Run the program. The first record is extracted from the record set. Then if we give one more fetch, record 1, this one record 2. We will see the result. My first record and second record are extracted. Here in the first fetch, the fetch1 method extracted the first record, and in the next call it extracted the next record. And if again you give fetch1, then it will extract the next record, that is the third record. So the fetch1 function fetches the next record of a query result set. Next is fetch many records. Records equal to myCur dot fetch many. Then as the argument we have to give the number of records 2. Then we have to use the for loop for r in records print r. Execute. Extracted the first 2 records. Fetch many for extracted the first 4 records. So there are 3 types of fetch methods. First one, fetchall. Fetchall will extract all the records from the record set. Then fetch1 will extract one record from the record set. That is the next record. Then fetchmany. It will fetch the number of records as given as argument. Next we will see an attribute of cursor object. Row count. Cursor object myCur.execute, select star from student, then myCur.fetchall, print number of records, myCur.row count. No need of function bracket for row count because it is an attribute or a property of a cursor object. And this row count attribute returns the number of rows retrieved from the cursor so far. Or we can say it returns the number of rows that were affected by an execute method. Here we have given select star from student, then fetchall. So it will return the number of records in that table. See the result? Number of records 5. Then if instead of fetchall, here it is fetchmany of 3, what will be the result? Number of records 3. Next we will see how it works for update statement. Execute, update, student, set, place equal to Chenganur, where place equal to Pandalam. I am going to change the place from Pandalam to Chenganur. Then mycon connection object dot commit. Then number of records updated myCur dot row count. We will see the result. Number of records updated 2. We will see the table MySQL. The content of the table student before updation. There are 2 records with place Pandalam. That is why the row count returned 2. That is, the row count attribute returns the number of rows that were affected by an execute method. Here 2 records are affected by the execute method. That is why the row count returned 2. Then at last we have a method close to close the connection. mycon dot close. This close method will disconnect our Python program from the MySQL server. It is a good practice to close the connection after use because the database can only keep a limited number of connections open at a time. So we have closed our connection. Okay, today's class is over here. Try to practice all the examples. Thank you.